Vanakkam. Hello, viewers. There are a lot of demonstration and protests across the US. In many cities, the concerned citizen in support of Manipur people to express their solidarity with the Manipur people and raise their voice against the violence and genocide happening in Manipur. They organize protests and demonstration, candlelight vigils and prayer vigils. So today we are bringing parts of visuals from such a demonstration happened in Dallas, Texas. So in Dallas, Texas, many association and organizations came together and organized this protest.
Stole everything from our house and drove us into makeshift camps. The Indian army rescued us and kept us in ill-equipped camps. Of course, they were not ready to have thousands of people seek refuge in their camps. They kept our people, my family, in their recreation center, 4,000 of them. No facilities for bathroom, no adequate food, because they did not expect to have a rush of displaced people seeking help. That's why I ask if you see me, because there are many of us now displaced by the majority Meiteis of Manipur. Our people are under attack, and there is a civil war in Manipur. The 53% Hindu majority Meiteis attacked the 16% minority Christians on May 3rd, and that war has continued 87 days to date, and it will continue tomorrow. Before I talk about Manipur, I want to say that I'm also here not just as a victim family, but I also represent NAMTA, North American Manipur Tribal Association. Our association is as old as this war. When we found out that our families were being attacked and driven out from our homes, that our houses were burned, that our church was burned, NAMTA was born from our pain and from our trauma. It is as old as this war. I'm going to use the terms Kuki Zo for the victims of this war, and I'm going to use the term Meitei for the aggressors who are state-sponsored, supported by the government in Manipur. And then I'm going to use the term sometime Naga. And the reason I do that is because Manipur is a small state. It's only 8,621 square miles, and there are three distinct ethnic groups: the Nagas, the Kuki Zo and the Meitei. Today, the war is between the Meiteis and the Kuki Zo. Let me rephrase that. What is happening in Manipur is the ethnic cleansing of the minority Christians by the majority Meiteis, aided by the RSS and the BJP government. There is no doubt about it. I'm here, standing here in solidarity with the over 50,000 people that have been displaced by the civil war. I'm here in solidarity with the 6,000 or more houses that was burned by the Meitei people. I'm here in solidarity with over 100 Kuki Zo that have been killed, civilians that were killed by rabid mobs on May 3rd, May 4th, and the following days. I'm here in solidarity with the young men, the young Kuki Zo men who put their lives on hold, their education on hold, to defend our villages that are still being attacked by the Meitei militants and the state forces. For 87 days, our villages have been attacked relentlessly. And they have been attacked not by just the Métis people. It's not the Métis people who's attacking them. It is the radicalized militants with the state forces armed with the 4,000 weapons that they stole from the state armories. Our young men have put their lives on hold. They've put their education on hold. And they kept attacking. And yesterday, Lun Min Thang, a father of 5, became a martyr. He was guarding a Kuki village called Kangbai when 20 armored cars from the state forces came to attack them. They used bombs, they used weapons, of automatic weapons against these villagers, and he succumbed. I'm also standing in solidarity with the Kuki Zo who have seen disproportionately high assaults, sexual assaults in this war. A woman's body is not a battlefield, but the aggressors have used it as a psychological tool to dehumanize and degrade us. So when they rape our women, they're telling us we don't matter. They use us as their tools. A woman's body is not a battlefield. It's not a tool to be used in war. But when people attack, it is an effective tool, and they have used it on many Kuki Zomi women. You all saw the horrible, disturbing video of 2 Kuki Zomi women paraded naked, groped and assaulted, and then raped in public by Métis men.
Shame, 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 shame.
Let me tell you this. That event happened on May 4th, and the video came out on July 19th. There are many, many atrocities that have been hidden because the Manipur government banned internet from 4th May. That is just the tip of the iceberg. There are many more atrocities committed by the Métis against the Kuki Zomi. And slowly they are coming out because truth prevails. You cannot keep truth hidden. It may take long, but it will come out. In this case, it took over 2 months. And it shook the nation. It shook India. I want to let you know that we knew about this. We knew about atrocities because the Kuki Zomi in the US, the NAMTA members, we have families that are affected by the civil war, by this ethnic cleansing. And we've kept in touch, and they told us about these atrocities. You will find YouTube videos of testimonies, not that video, but testimonies of the event and others, way before the video came out. We knew about it. So NAMTA was a signatory to a letter to the National Commission of Women in Delhi. We sent that letter on 12th June, and the letter listed 6 sexual assaults and other assaults on Kuki Zomi women. 6. One of them was that video that came out on July 19th. In that letter, we asked the National Commission of Women chairperson, it was addressed to her, and we asked her to take suo motu cognizance of those 6 crimes against women that we listed. We also asked that she initiate investigation into these crimes. But guess what? We didn't even get an auto reply saying thank you for your letter. We never even heard back. And when the video broke out, months later, we wrote on 12th June, on July 19th, the video came out. Then she said, no, I did send letters to the government. I forwarded them that appeal that came from abroad. And I asked, I CC'd the DGP, which is the top cop in Manipur. So I ask you, why does India need a national commission for women if all they do is pass on letters?
Shame, 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 shame,
Is the National Commission of Women that's supposed to protect the women of India a post office? Is it? Why would you have a commission that does nothing but just pass on mails? What about investigation? What about psychological trauma counseling for the women of Kuki Zo women who have been assaulted? We listed those. Why didn't she act? And of course, months later, she went to Manipur. So I tell you this, if that video had not come out, there would have been nothing. And there are many, many atrocities that I cannot recount that are hidden because of the internet ban. But I tell you this.
shame, 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 shame.
But the truth will prevail. All the cruelty, barbaric atrocities committed against the Kuki Zomi will slowly come out. They already are out. And the world knows what the Métis have done against the Kuki Zomi. Helped by the state government of Manipur and the center. The center is complicit because silence is tacit approval. When silence is approval, if the Modi government allowed this to go on for 87 days and continue tomorrow and the next, it means they are complicit. They are complicit in the death of 100 Kuki Zomi people. They're complicit in the fact that my family is homeless. They had to run for their lives on May 3rd. They lost everything that they own, and they are now internally displaced. There are over 50,000 internally displaced people, and they have not gotten any help from the center government or from the state government. They are relying on donors and civil societies among the Kuki Zomis and allies like you.
Design financing. Design financing. Design financing. Design financing. Design financing.
The Kuki Zomis and the Métis are physically separated. We are ethnically cleansed from the valley, and they are not in the hills anymore. But hear this, Manipur is dominated by the Métis. The Métis are 53% of the population, and they have 40 seats out of 60 in the state assembly. They can pass any bill even with objection from the tribals, because 40 out of 60 means they have majority in the state assembly. There has been systemic marginalization of the Kuki Zomi since Manipur became a state. And they have consumed 98% of the budget since Manipur became a state. So everything, all the infrastructure, the medical facilities, the advanced diagnostic centers, the education, everything is in the valley. There's one small district hospital in Lampa, which used to be known as Churchanpur. Lampa, where Kuki Zomi people live, has one hospital and one medical college, which is just a year old. Now, because of this ethnic cleansing, our students cannot go, they cannot go and study. The students who are studying in Imphal, they cannot go there, but the Manipur government has continued education. So you have Kuki Zomi children and students whose lives have upended. They are at limbo. They cannot go to college because there's no schools in Lampa. All the schools are being used as camps to house the displaced. There are 104 relief camps, but because they don't have space, the schools are being used. They cannot conduct classes because they're being attacked every day. So it's not safe for the children to be out. And the medical students who are studying in Imphal as well as in Lampa cannot go. Their medical studies is at a standstill because They cannot go to the valley, and the medical college of NAMTA is not functioning. Half the teachers have left. They are from Maytays from the valley, and they're not conducting. So these are young, smart people who are supposed to be doctors, but they cannot attend. Cookies only need the help, the global help. I need the global voices. Raise. I need you guys to raise your global voice.
Speak up, Modi, speak up.
Speak up, Modi,
Speak up, speak up.
Modi, speak up.
Speak up.
Modi, speak up.
I need the global voice, collective voice, to draw attention to what is happening in Manipur. And on this, I have some specific asks. First, I want you to write to your senator and to your representative. I want you to write to them when you go home tonight or tomorrow. I want you to do this so that they can bring the Manipur crisis and the persecution of the Christians in Manipur to motion and to discuss it. EU has done it, and they've passed a resolution criticizing what the government has done against the Kuki Zo. The Prime Minister, Special Envoy for Religious Freedom, Fiona Bruce in UK, brought it up in UK Parliament. It is time for the US government, the Congress, to discuss the Manipur issue.
Write to the senators. Speak up.
US government.
Speak up.
US government.
Speak up.
US government.
I also want you to write to UN, United Nations, against the human rights that's been committed against the Kuki Zo. When they burned our churches, when they burned the 355 churches, they violated our rights to worship, our freedom to worship, and our religious freedom. When they burned our houses, they violated our rights to residence and movement. When they killed our brothers and sisters, they violated the human rights of integrity and life. I want you to write to UN and tell them about the atrocities that are committed against the Kuki Zo. And I want peace in Manipur. But before peace, I want justice. I want Biren Singh, the architect of this genocide, this attempted genocide, because we're still around and we will be around. He's completed ethnic cleansing. The attempted genocide is in progress, and I want Biren Singh, the Chief Minister of Manipur, brought to justice. I want justice.
We want justice. We want justice. We want justice. We want justice.
So justice before peace. Do not tell me about peace until the perpetrators of this crime against Kuki Zo are brought to task. According to the rule of the law of Manipur or India, they have to be taken to task. Do not tell me about peace when you continue to attack our villages. The question I want to end, I want to raise why. Why are the Kuki Zo being attacked in Manipur? Why? Why all this effort? Why state-sponsored complicity from the central government? Why? Why the attack against the Kuki Zo? They want tribal lands. Tribal lands are protected by the Constitution of India, and they want the Kuki Zo out. They want to annihilate us so they can get their hands on our land. They've tried to do this multiple times in different ways. As I mentioned before, the Maydays have 40 seats out of 60 in Manipur. They can pass bills. And they did that in 2015. They passed 3 bills. That was the first legislative attempt to grab tribal land. We don't know why they want the land, but we know for sure they want the land. We don't know what they want to do with our land. but we know they want our land. And we will fight. Our people, our proud volunteers, our brave volunteers are fighting to protect our land. And they will continue to do that to their last breath. We may be small in numbers. We may be attacked by the state, but we will not give up. Our land is not a business opportunity to billionaires in India. The Kuki Zo land, the hills where my ancestors are buried, where my ancestors cultivated for our sustenance, those tribal lands in the hills of Manipur will stay with the tribals. We will not give an inch of tribal land to the Métis people. And we will defend our land to our last breath. Thank you.
We want justice.
We want justice. We want justice. We want justice. We want justice.